Welcome everybody to the Big House, Michigan Stadium in Ann Arbor, where today the 2-1 Michigan Wolverines host the BYU Cougars, ranked number 22 in the country this week, also with a record of 2-1.
Occasionally we get smacked around a bit by the head coach. Davion Smith on first down ran into the safety Kai Nakua. Michigan wants to be a power running team, and BYU got gashed by UCLA.
Out of there.
All 11 defenders in your picture. They're very close to the line of scrimmage. Davion Smith now with everybody up close, has some running room. Michael Davis, the fastest Cougar, ran him down, but he's out of bounds in BYU territory at the 45 after a run of 31. On 2nd and 10, Greg Johnson came in at running back. He's to the 40-yard line, got 5, and then was tackled by Harvey Longy, the linebacker. Season senior from right here in Ann Arbor, played at Pioneer High School, which is right across the street from Michigan Stadium. Rudock going deep, and it is caught along the far sideline by Amara Darboh. One of the few completions down the field this season for Michigan, a 21-yard gain.
It starts with making the right read. Single coverage on a double move, and Jake Rudock throws it up and away from any possible interception, and the concentration in the Odo Beckham-like catch by Darboh.
Rudock fake and then throws down the middle. Khalid Hill, the tight end, chopped down at the 1-yard line. Excellent deception. 1st and goal for Michigan, a 19-yard play.
Patience is the key for Hill, the tight end. They're going to fake a double screen to clear everybody out and get him running both ways. And Hill has to have the patience to sit in there and release at the right time.
Ty Isaac, the tailback now. Rudock fake to him, takes off running, has room, has a touchdown.
Every defense has a contained player. That ball must be forced inside. You have defenders on the pass rush going inside, creating a lane because Bronson Kafusi, number 90.
The extra point good from Kenny Allen. Well, Michigan is on the board first with 6:52 to go. On more balls as the season goes along. Stribling had it right in his hands. Instead, a 14-yard gain and a first down for BYU. Nate Carter in at running back to the 36-yard line, got 4. Mario Ojemudia made the tackle. Saw the number 4 in the arms of many of the players. Mangum throwing deep, single coverage up for grabs and off the hands of Colby Pearson, with Delano Hill, the safety, in coverage.
It's actually a
well range. Bronco Mendenhall says they don't try them beyond 45 yards ordinarily. Mangum ran into the traffic and got dumped back at the 47-yard line. Willie Henry led the rush for Michigan.
Discipline in pass rush lanes. Taco Charlton, number 33, is going to come up the middle untouched, but the outside pass rushers stay in their rush lanes, do not create a running lane for Mangum, and the result is sack. Todd.
Empty backfield now behind Jake Rudock on 2nd and 10. Pressured immediately, managed to scramble away. Picked up a block from Siani Homa on the corner and turned it into a good gain. And a flag thrown apparently for a late hit out of bounds. Rudock got 9. And I believe they're going to tack on some more at the end of the run. Even though he's new to these teammates. Was not here for spring practice. Finished his undergraduate degree in pre-med at Iowa in May. Deep down the field, that one's on target to Jake Butt. And they finally wrestled him down at the 25-yard line. It took 2, Kai Nakua and Micah Hanneman, to do it.
Last couple of games.
The longest pass play of the year by far for Michigan. The previous long was 28. Davion Smith taken down by Manoa Pikula going into South Bend last week. Irish still unbeaten. Four-man rush. Rudock fires, and it is caught by J.U. Chesson right near the first down marker at the 15-yard line with Michael Davis in coverage. UCLA. Third down, a long 3, nearly 4 for Michigan. They can get a first down without scoring. They don't have to worry about that. Touchdown to the American citizen Amara Darboh.
Well, you have 4 on 3. That means 4 guys to cover 3 receivers. You're going to get a nice little pick. See, Darboh comes inside. You have 3 guys taking 1 guy. You know, that's a mental error, and that was a problem against UCLA in the 4th quarter, and it's a problem here, but you can't have 3 guys covering 1 when you have the most explosive receiver on the Michigan side running free in the end zone.
90-yard drive helped along by the penalty against BYU on 4th down and less than a yard. Kenny Allen's extra point is good. Michigan leading 14-0. The Wolverines looking for their 3rd straight win at home. Tonight starting at 7, the doubleheader on ESPN. Tanner Mangum just 1 for 6 passing. He's been under pressure with regularity. Through for Mitch Matthews. And Channing Stribling had the coverage at 2nd and 10.
They've got no shot to win this game whatsoever if they cannot get open. Michigan is saying, we're going to get in your face. We're going to challenge you wide receivers. You're not going to catch a ball. And so far, he's 1 for 7. They've proven true.
And into the game, completing 63% of his passes. Adam Heeney, a hard-earned 2 yards with a flag down to the line of scrimmage along the near sideline. Desmond Morgan, the tackle.
Individual separation.
Penalty was declined. 3rd down at 8. 3 receivers to the left. Inside handoff, and they weren't fooled. Heeney dumped for a loss back at the 20. Ryan Glasgow again with excellent penetration. The safety Jabril Peppers up along the line as well.
Well, they're bringing pressure.
Utah. Davion Smith breaks free. Looked like he'd get stuffed at the line. Now Michael Davis can't wrestle him down, and he's going to score. They've had 10 white shirts around Davion Smith, and then Davis, converted wide receiver, couldn't wrestle him down to the open field. It's 21-0 Michigan after the extra point by Kenny Allen.
And there's no penetration allowed by the Michigan offensive line, and that's how you stop the power play. But you have 10 helmets just standing around and watching. Davion Smith, Todd, he might not be the fastest, might not have the best vision, but he's the hungriest and toughest of the Michigan backs.
Watch him. Very rarely do you see him fall backwards or fail to gain an extra yard or 2 yards there.
To Jim Harbaugh in our meeting. Tanner Mangum. Yanked down by Maurice Hurst. He's an emerging force in recent weeks. Son of the former New England Patriot by the same name. Tanner Mangum on 2nd and 13 finds Mitchell Juergens, chopped out of bounds by Jordan Lewis. They're showing blitz. The throw behind Mitch Matthews. Channing Stribling had the coverage, and it'll be another BYU punt.
Breastplate in the belt, I guess.
Of course,
that's
the
it.
former Michigan man Tom Brady got injured on a play like that led to some rules changes in the NFL. 3rd first down by a penalty for Michigan. They don't need much help. Davion Smith pops another run. Micah Hanneman made the tackle.
So here's how you create an extra gap inside. Watch number 80 Hill going to come and seal the nose guard. Then when you don't account for that extra gap right there, It allows for the hole to open up, and Ben Braden does a good job of sealing off the backside, and that's the difference between this offense, Stanford's offense, that not many defenses in college football see on a weekly basis. They don't know how to gap fill against this.
11 yards on the last carry. Smith's already well over 100. He got pinballed around after picking up 2 this time. Isaac, a transfer from USC. They faked it to him and threw it to the tight end, Ian Bunting. And another first down for Michigan at the 22, taking control of this game. Still 9 minutes. 10. Drake Johnson, the running back. Rudock, lots of time, takes it down. He's across the line of scrimmage and ducks down inside the 20 with Micah Hanneman in hot pursuit. He just looks so much more decisive today.
He's getting a feel on the timing and the position of the offense, and you get that through practice and translate it to the game.
Everybody standing up on the Cougar defense, and Rudock, another good decision, looking for his second rushing touchdown of the day, and he has it. He's run for 2, he's thrown 1, and by far his best performance as a Michigan Wolverine, and the route is on here in the first half in Ann Arbor.
Well, again, if you're going to bring pressure, you have to get there. Now, you also have to maintain your pass rush lanes. They call this a radar defense, where they stand a lot of guys up, and you see J.U. Chesson coming black and taking out Taki. But that's the decision-making. Jake Rudock not forcing any throws, good athlete, using his speed to get to the end zone, but it's undisciplined defense by the Cougars. That's what we're seeing.
Yep. Looks like they might be a victim of this very taxing early season schedule. Their 4th game in their 4th different time zone against quality opponents. Such is life as an independent. Extra point good. It's 28-0. Rudock, plenty of time, good throw. J.U. Chesson the catch. He fights back near the marker. Jim Harbaugh doesn't like the spot. They are going to give him the forward progress, the other officials. Drake Johnson back in there, shows that first that Chris talked about earlier. A first down to the BYU 45. Michael Wadsworth, the safety, made the tackle. It's a pickup of 9.
So it's 28-0 from BYU.
2nd and 10. Longy, the linebacker, blitz, didn't get there. Rudock, 3-quarter delivery off to Amara Darboh. And another first down for Michigan.
I'm starting to think we're good luck for some of these quarterbacks. Kevin Hogan last week, career game against USC. And Jake Rudock is like a different human being. Taking off running, using his mobility, that time changing his arm angle, coming out with the sidearm throw and just flicking it to his open receiver. Looks like a different quarterback than the one we studied on tape.
Yeah, week 1, week 2, he would have ran. He wouldn't have kept his eyes downfield.
Really hurt them, particularly the turnovers by Rudock in a 7-point loss. The Michigan coaches felt BYU was the most talented team that they've played so far this year, without trying to be disrespectful to Utah. Sione Homa, the offensive coordinator. DJ Durkin was at Florida last year, the defensive coordinator. Rudock, plenty of time, and that one is batted down. Micah Hanneman stepped in front of Jake Butt. Progressions all the time, and the decisions that you should be making. Kenny Allen trying a 40-yard field goal. He was a question mark when the season began. Former walk-on, now on scholarship, and he's 4 out of 5 kicking field goals for Jim.
It doesn't mean they're not trying. It's just not happening. They don't have any juice, any rhythm, or any flow.
Halftime report presented by Cooper Tires coming up in just a moment with John Saunders, Mark May, and Mac Brown. Whoa. The Grill Peppers threw down Taryn Houck.
So even when we see guys make catches, they're taken down immediately, like Jabril Peppers does right here, and just violently taking them down, trying to finish the play, and they're not being able to create any type of run after catch.
Gave up 24 in their 7-point loss at Utah in the opener. Mitchell Juergens tackled immediately by Channing Stribling.
Only 7 points for Oregon State, 7 last week for UNLV, and nothing on the board for this talented BYU team today.
Average 2.5 yards a play, and here's a big reason why, Sean. Anytime there is a completion, there's no yards after catch.
Jim Harbaugh thought the first game of the year they were hesitant. They were thinking and then reacting, and the defense reacting much more instinctively in recent weeks. They get more and more comfortable in DJ Durkin's system. Mangum on 3rd and 5. Incomplete. Looking for Devon Blackman from Blake O'Neill, who was at Weber State last year and averaged 44 yards per punt, 6th in FCS. It's a fake. He has a long way to go to get to the marker, and he is not going to get there. Out of bounds, about 4 yards short. Wow, that's a lot of yardage to go for 4th and 16. Wonder if Jim called that. He's wearing a perplexed look.
He's going to get a perplexed conversation with his Australian punter when he gets to the sidelines.
First down in 28 minutes of game action for BYU. Look out. Mangum taken down. There's a flag down as well. Mario Ojemudia with the sack. Chris Wormley right behind him. 3rd down and 17 for the BYU Cougars. Michigan showing blitz. And Mangum has to fall on it. Couldn't handle the snap. Lost back to the 44-yard line. Now what will Bronco Mendenhall do on 4th and very long? There's DJ Durkin with his predecessor right next to him. 3-0. They went toe-to-toe with UCLA, led for most of that game last weekend. They could have come here 0-3. They don't have those 2 Hail Mary wins in their first 2 games of the season.
Well, they're a good football team, Sean, and Willie Henry made a heck of a play right there, defeating his man one-on-one, throwing a swim and making a tackle in the hole. But they're going to get better. They get a little break in their schedule, at least on paper.
Like Michigan. And as an independent, if you want to be a factor on the national stage, you have to play quality opponents. You have to play teams like this early before they get into their conference schedules and are playing league games week after week. Mangum nowhere to go. Spinning like a top, trying to get away from Chris Wormley. Threw a duck, incomplete. Intended for Devon Blackman. Good pursuit by Wormley, senior from Toledo, Ohio. And one of the fine defensive ends in the country. Did see Brady Palante out there on the defensive line. He is a backup, listed as 3rd string to start the day. Colby Pearson the catch. Tackled immediately, and that might do it. Much different feel in Michigan Stadium than what we have experienced when visiting here in recent years. When Jim Harbaugh was hired, he brought back hope and optimism. Now he's bringing back wins over good teams. They had lost 9 of their last 10 to ranked opponents. They defeat BYU handily today, winning 31-0 in a scoreless second half for both sides.